Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that might sting a little. No one is coming to save you, not your boss, not your parents, not your partner, not the government, not even your future self. You've been sitting there, waiting for a breakthrough, waiting for someone to recognize your potential, open the door, or finally give you the green light. That's not how it works. You've got to realize this truth. You are the rescue plan. And that's not bad news. That's the best news you'll ever hear. Because the moment you stop waiting is the moment you start building. Let's be real. You already know what needs to change. You know what's holding you back. But you've been telling yourself that someday you'll start. Guess what? Someday is just code for never. You're not stuck because life is unfair. You're stuck because you keep giving away your power to excuses, to fear, to comfort. Want a better job? Apply. Want a better body? Move. Want a better relationship? Speak up. Want a better life? Take the damn first step. You don't need to be fearless. You just need to be honest. You need to admit that no one can do the work for you. No podcast, no book, no motivational speech. Not even this one. Change doesn't come from listening. It comes from doing. It comes from that 5-second moment when you choose action over comfort. You think you need motivation. You don't. You need to interrupt your patterns. You need to interrupt your excuses. You need to make a move when it's hard, especially when it's hard. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build discipline. That's how you build a life you're proud of. So here's your permission slip, since you think you need one. Get up, move, start. No one is coming to do this for you, but you don't need them to, because you've had the power all along. Let me know if you want a conclusion, cue, and a format, or a shorter version for a video or Instagram reel. The first and most important truth you need to embrace is this: your life is your responsibility. All of it, the good, the bad, the mess, the progress, the pain, the success, every piece of it. And the moment you stop outsourcing responsibility, everything starts to change. This isn't about blame. This is about ownership. Blame looks backwards, ownership looks forward. Radical ownership means you stop waiting for someone to apologize, someone to fix you, or someone to come in and clean up the chaos you're standing in. It means you stop pointing fingers at your parents, your ex, your boss, your circumstances, or your past. Because the longer you keep waiting for someone else to fix your situation, the longer you stay stuck in it. Here's the brutal truth: no one owes you a thing, and the world doesn't hand out success passes to people just because they've been through hard times. Life is hard for everyone in different ways, and while what happened to you may not be your fault, what you do next is your responsibility. This is where most people get uncomfortable, because ownership requires honesty. It demands that you stop sugarcoating your behavior. It forces you to look in the mirror and ask, what part of this situation have I been avoiding? What am I pretending not to know? That's the moment everything shifts. You see, people love to talk about change. They love to write goals, read books, take notes at seminars, post quotes online. But change isn't about consumption. It's about confrontation. You have to confront the real reasons you're not doing the things you say you want to do. You have to confront your fear of failure, your obsession with control, your addiction to comfort, your endless excuses that sound good but are secretly killing your momentum. The real breakthrough isn't going to come from someone stepping into your life and saving you. It's going to come from you saying, I'm done waiting, I'm done blaming, I'm done hoping that things will magically fix themselves. You can read all the strategies in the world, you can journal until your pen runs out of ink. But if you don't take full responsibility for where you are, nothing changes. And here's something people won't tell you: taking responsibility is actually freeing. It sounds heavy at first, like a burden, like something that's too big to carry. But when you truly own your life, you get your power back. You stop living like a victim. You stop giving your energy to everything and everyone that's outside of your control. You start focusing on what you can do right now with what you do have. Radical ownership puts you in the driver's seat. It says, this is my life. No one else gets to dictate the direction it goes in. No one else gets to choose how I show up, how I respond, or what I do next. The truth is, if you want change, you have to become the kind of person who creates change. And that kind of person doesn't wait around for a hero to appear. That kind of person becomes their own hero. It starts small. It starts with owning your mornings, owning your time, owning your health. Owning your attitude, you stop saying, I had no choice, and start saying, I made this choice, and now I'm going to make a better one. You stop avoiding the hard stuff, you lean into it, you stop lying to yourself. You start showing up, even when no one's watching, even when no one's cheering, even when it feels like nothing's working. Because you know that's what leaders do. That's what growth looks like. It's not glamorous. It's gritty, it's lonely, it's frustrating, but it's yours, and that's the point. Your life is yours, your progress is yours, your choices, your habits, your discipline, your energy, all of it yours. No one is coming to save you, but the moment you decide to take full responsibility is the moment you realize you don't need them to. There's a dangerous lie most people live with every single day, the lie of waiting. Waiting for the right time, waiting to feel ready, waiting for motivation to magically appear, waiting for someone to notice them, choose them, validate them, or give them permission. And the truth is that waiting is a trap that keeps people stuck in the same cycles for months, years, sometimes their entire lives. You think you're being patient. You think you're being strategic. But what you're really doing is avoiding. You're hiding behind excuses disguised as logic. I'll start when I have more time. I'll try once I feel more confident. I'm just not ready yet. Sound familiar? Let me say something that might hit hard. Motivation is unreliable. It's not a strategy, it's a feeling, and feelings are fleeting. They come and go like the weather. If your entire life is being held hostage by whether or not you feel like it, then you're never going to make consistent progress. Action is what leads to clarity, not the other way around. You don't wait until you feel confident to start. You start so that you become confident. You don't wait until you're no longer scared to speak up or try something new. You act in the presence of fear, and that's how courage is built. Every major change, every break, through every transformation, it all starts when you choose to act, even when you don't feel like it. The people who succeed, who grow, who rise, they don't have more time or more talent or better circumstances. They have the ability to act despite the discomfort. They understand that waiting is a luxury they can't afford if they want to move forward. Think about how much time you've already lost waiting, how many mornings you said tomorrow, how many projects you started and stopped because you didn't feel inspired, how many opportunities passed you by because you were hoping for a sign or approval or someone else to take the first step. That pattern has to stop because nothing changes if nothing changes. You want momentum, create it. You want clarity, move toward it. You want purpose, live on purpose. You can't think your way into a new life. You have to act your way into it. You have to take messy, imperfect, awkward action that feels uncomfortable and even scary, especially when you don't feel like it. That's how you grow, let's be real. You already know what you need to do. You don't need more time to figure it out. You don't need another YouTube video, another article, another conversation. What you need is to stop waiting for the perfect moment and realize the perfect moment is never coming. Life doesn't hand out guarantees, and certainty is not a requirement for action. It's a result of it. If you're serious about your goals, you need to stop negotiating with your feelings and start honoring your commitments. Motivation is a myth. Discipline is real. You build momentum through action. You build strength through repetition. You build belief by doing hard things, not by waiting until they're easy. Do you want to keep sitting on the sidelines of your own life, waiting for everything to align perfectly? Or are you ready to realize that the only way forward is through action, even small, uncomfortable, invisible actions? Because here's the truth, the longer you wait, the harder it gets, the resistance grows. The fear multiplies, the window of opportunity slowly closes, and before you know it, the life you wanted becomes just another regret you carry. Stop waiting, start moving, do something, anything that pushes you out of your comfort zone and into motion. Open the laptop, send the email, make the call, apply for the job, start the workout, launch the idea, speak the truth, take the risk, even if your hands are shaking, even if your voice cracks, even if your mind screams that you're not ready. Because the people who change their lives are not the ones who wait until they feel ready. They're the ones who act anyway. You don't need to completely overhaul your life in a single day to create change. That's where most people get it wrong. They think transformation happens in giant, dramatic moments. The big speech, the breakthrough event, the sudden success story. But the truth, your life is shaped in the smallest decisions. The quiet ones, the ones no one sees, the ones that don't look like much in the moment, but over time they build everything. It's the decision to get out of bed when you don't feel like it, the decision to put your phone down and focus, the decision to drink water instead of grabbing another soda, the decision to say no to something that drains you, the decision to speak up instead of staying silent. These are what I call micro-decisions. And they are everything. You make hundreds of them every single day. And while they may seem insignificant in isolation, they're incredibly powerful in accumulation. They are the building blocks of your habits, your mindset, your confidence, your future. You don't need to wake up tomorrow and become a whole new person. You just need to make one better choice, then another, and those tiny pivots start to change the direction of your life. That's how momentum is created, not in one massive leap, but in thousands of small steps taken consistently. The problem is, we underestimate the power of small actions because they're not sexy, they're not exciting. No one applauds you for choosing broccoli over fries. No one claps because you turned off Netflix and opened your laptop to work. No one's watching, but that's exactly why they matter. The real growth happens in the invisible moments. In the micro decisions you make when no one is around to give you credit. You want to build confidence. Start keeping promises to yourself in those little moments. You want to become disciplined. Start by mastering the micro decisions that shape your day. What time you wake up, how you respond to stress, how you speak to yourself. These choices aren't random, they are writing your story. And here's what most people miss. Every time you make one of those small, empowering decisions, you're casting a vote for the kind of person you want to become. When you choose to take the stairs instead of the elevator, you're voting for strength. When you choose to study instead of scroll, you're voting for progress. When you choose to act instead of overthink, you're voting for courage. Over time, those votes add up. They create identity. They build self-trust. That's how change becomes permanent, not through hype, but through habits. You don't need to wait until you have your whole life figured out. You just need to focus on the next choice in front of you. That's it. Not the next 10 steps, not the entire staircase. Just the next small move that aligns with who you say you want to be. And here's something you need to hear. Those small decisions are still decisions. Choosing not to act is still a choice. Choosing to procrastinate is still a vote. For delay, for staying the same, for living stuck. So if you're wondering why things haven't changed, ask yourself, what micro decisions have I been making that are keeping me where I am? Every excuse, every rationalization, every little just this once has a cost, and the compound effect is real. You don't gain weight from one donut, but you don't get strong from one workout either. It's about what you do most of the time. It's about consistency, and consistency is built in the micro. moments that most people ignore, so start there. Start where you are with what you have and make the next best choice. Not the perfect one, the next better one. That's how you build a new life, not all at once, but piece by piece, decision by decision, day by day. Stop waiting for the big breakthrough. Start paying attention to the small windows of choice that are already happening every single day. Because when you start owning those moments, you start owning your future. No one is coming to do this for you, and that's not meant to discourage you. It's meant to wake you up. Because the moment you realize that you are the rescue plan, everything changes. The person you've been waiting for, the one who's going to change your life, it's you. It has always been you. Most people spend years hoping for a savior, a mentor to guide them, a friend to motivate them, a partner to fix them, an opportunity to finally make it easy. But what if that moment never comes? What if no one shows up with the map, the answer, or the solution? What then? Then you build it yourself. This is about ownership at the highest level, not just of your decisions, but of your destiny. Because here's the truth. There is no perfect plan, no magic blueprint, no secret system that suddenly makes everything click into place. Life doesn't hand you direction, it hands you choices, and the power to decide how you respond is the one thing no one can take from you. You want to change your life, then you have to stop outsourcing your effort, your potential, your vision. You have to stop waiting for someone else to come along and believe in you before you believe in yourself. You keep thinking someone is going to come give you permission, give you confidence, give you certainty. But all of that comes from within. You become the person you want to be by doing the things that kind of person would do. You're not missing a coach, you're not missing a mentor, you're not missing a secret resource. What you're missing is self-leadership. The ability to show up for yourself when no one is clapping, when no one is checking in, when no one even notices whether you keep going or not. That's the real work. It's not pretty, it's not fast, it's not easy. But it's real, and that's what creates results that actually last. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're not broken. You're not too late. You're not too far behind. You are powerful. But you've been giving that power away to distractions, to doubts, to other people's opinions, to the story in your head that says you're not enough or not ready. Stop. You are the solution, not in some vague motivational way, but in a very real, very practical way. You're the one who has to decide what matters. You're the one who has to set the alarm. You're the one who has to do the reps. You're the one who has to open the book, make the call, write the idea down, take the leap, keep the promise. No one else can do that for you. And yes, there will be people who help you along the way. People who inspire you, encourage you, support you. But their presence doesn't replace your responsibility. Help is not the same as rescue. You can lean on people, but you still have to walk the road. What you have to understand is that freedom and power come from realizing that you are not waiting anymore. You're not hoping someone else will choose you. You are choosing yourself, and when you do that, you stop looking for shortcuts and start building foundations. You stop craving motivation and start cultivating discipline. You stop fearing failure and start trusting your ability to recover and learn. It's not about being perfect, it's about being committed. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I wish someone would help me, stop and flip the script. How can I help myself right now? That single question puts the power back where it belongs, in your hands. You are the rescue plan, you are the strategy, you are the turning point. And once you fully embrace that, no one can stop you, not even you. Here's the conclusion of the entire speech, tying together all four keynotes in a powerful and inspiring finish. So here we are. You've heard the truth. No one is coming to save you, not because the world is cruel, but because you don't need saving. What you need is to wake up to your own power. You need to stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect person, and start becoming the one who makes things happen. Your life is your responsibility, and that's not a burden. It's your greatest opportunity. Because when you take radical ownership, You stop giving your power away. You stop blaming, delaying, and hoping someone else will do the work for you. You become the one in charge of the story you're writing. And it's not the big, dramatic moves that change your life. It's the tiny, invisible micro decisions every single day. The small, quiet moments when you choose discipline over comfort, action over avoidance, truth over excuse. That's how you build a new identity. That's how you build a life you're proud of. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for motivation to magically show up. That's not how growth works. Action creates clarity. Action builds belief. Action is how you take control. You move forward before you're confident, not after. And in the end, the most powerful truth of all, you are the rescue plan. You are the hero. You are the only one who can decide, commit, and rise. Others can support you, yes, but no one can do the reps for you. No one can walk your path. That's your job and you're capable of it. So take a breath, then take a step, and remember this for the rest of your life. You're not waiting anymore. You're moving, you're choosing, you're leading, because the life you want isn't out there waiting for someone to deliver it. It's waiting for you to build it, and starting now, you will. Thanks for watching.